There was a time that playing on a so-called artificial turf or grass, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare because there was not the quality. It was just a carpet put on concrete, as they played at a certain time in the North American Soccer League in the 80s. But now the quality of the turf or artificial grass has improved very much, and it is definitely the future. It is the future because everywhere in the world where you are playing football, there is less space available for the fields, training fields and playing fields. And also, I have to say, in the change of the climate, with a lot of rain, it is practically in different countries impossible when we go to Africa, Asia, or in the Equator to play more than one match a week on loan. So therefore, it is the future. It is the future because the technology has changed, and there are now products on the higher level, and the youth of the world is now used to play on that. The other day, we were in a meeting in Zurich, and then in Italian they said we have already 160 or 180 turf pitches. And then Germany came in and said, no, we have more than 1,000. We have more than 1,000. And therefore, the young people will be adapted now to play there. Naturally, there will be always, like you see, there is only one big tennis tournament which is still played on loan, and this is Wimbledon. But if you look at the final match in Wimbledon, have you seen any loan on this field where the players were playing? I don't know how many matches there. Now this is for the future, and if now there's a category of players or coaches, they are not used to this new technology, which is this turf. They say at the first instance it's not good. But it's good. And listen, in the under-20, when we played here in 2007, we have played on different, here in Canada, we have played on different, we played on grass and we played on turf. And the result, what was the result? There was no more or no less injuries in one of the other, but more goals scored on turf. Because it's easier to play, and especially to have an accurate play on turf than on bad grass. I'm not speaking about what we have seen now in the World Cup. Also, some of the playing fields, you could put a question mark also after having 5 or 6 matches on the same field. So going through turf, or you say artificial, it is already in the future. And there is a system now, they develop it in Europe in order to have a combination between artificial turf and grass. And you know, in stadia they are covered, like the arena in Amsterdam. You have to change the turf 3 times a year. Yeah, otherwise it is you cannot play. So one day people will say, why we have to change 3 times a year if we could play with one turf the whole year? It's just to be adopted. It's a time which will change. It's like all in our life. Something is modern. What is not modern in FIFA and which will not change is that we will have 11 players and we have only one ball and we only have one referee on the field of play. This is the principle, and this principle has been established in 1886, and it's still the same, and that makes our game so popular because it's easy to understand. Just to add, in different professional leagues in Europe, they are as well as grass fields than turf. And just one example, in Switzerland, there are two, now formerly were three, but two teams or two clubs out of the 12, they play on turf, and nobody is claiming. They just adapt themselves to go and play there. It's easy. Just change the boots. And you know, the boots you use on artificial turf are less dangerous for injuries to the other players than the boots you use on the grass.